Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
That is a soundbite from a song that will be on a forthcoming 4th CD from the Kerplunks. We're going to hang out with them today on Go. An inspiring story of overcoming bullying, Swap-A-Rama-Rama upcycled clothing, and on the run with clock. We're hanging out here in the story room at the Vancouver Island Regional Library in downtown Nanaimo. We're going to spend some time with the Kerplunks today. You can make a musical instrument, as they're going to show us, out of almost anything and everything. We're going to do some of that today. We're going to talk about their upcoming concert at the Port Theatre on March the 15th as well. And we're going to look at some music video. We got a ton of stuff to do today, so we better move on. We're throwing things over to Rayanne LaPlante. Most of us has experienced some form of bullying, unfortunately, at some point in our lives, but many of us don't have the courage to step up and tell someone. There's one girl in Nanaimo who did exactly that, and what she did is inspiring others. Tina Jones of the Kerplunks. So glad you guys are here today at the library with us. We listen to your music at home with my kids. I hear it all the time. Even though it's a couple years old now, it still seems new.
Yeah, thank you.
When is something new coming out?
Do you know what? We're aiming for about the fall, actually. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. We've already got some songs recorded, and we're going to be doing a little bit more stuff in the studio. So
now,
exciting!
You've been rehearsing.
Yeah.
And you're going to sort of test them out at the Port Theatre on March 15th.
Yeah. We're going to be unveiling some new tunes at our March 15th show at the Port Theatre.
Any hints as to what we can expect?
Okay, so you know, when we live in Nanaimo, we've got excellent water from our taps. So if you're drinking water from the tap, you're good. We wrote a song all about it.
Oh.
I know, drinking water from the tap. Do, 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 do. It's a good, yeah, it's a funky
awesome.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about the other one? Something to do with, off the top of the show today, we heard Everyday Science. That's going to be on the album?
That is going to be on the album. We have that as a video that's been released for some time, so you can go on YouTube and see that. But it's never made it onto an album, which is very exciting.
Excellent.
Yes, and there's some other surprises coming up too.
Tina's probably sensing right now that you want to say something, and I always want to give ideas for kids shows, because if you have kids in your life, or kids songs, when you have kids in your life, the inspiration is everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, nothing but fodder. Life is fodder for, yeah, creativity.
Okay, well, come and participate and let some of that creativity wash over you at the Port Theatre on March the 15th. We're going to be back with more from the Kerplunks after a short break. Still to come, do-it-yourself upcycled fashion, and Todd and Derek are back on the clock once again.
Did you know the French horn is basically one big long piece of tubing, but we have different options to select different lengths. If we were to put all this tubing together and unwind it out, it would equal almost 22 feet.
Why are we pouring rice into a toilet paper roll? Because this is how you can make your own musical instruments, and it's pretty connected to what the Kerplunks do and how you guys got started. Yeah. Oh, is there a, sorry, is there
a special way? So one side, now the other side.
Oh, with the opposite crossing,
That's
okay.
Right. Okay, so here we go, taped up. Now you're making sound.
Awesome.
But
and this is
now
percussion.
comes the decorations.
Percussion. Now we can get creative, which is the name of a DVD.
That is the name of our DVD that we released in 2012. And it's gotten rave reviews. We won a Parents' Choice Award for that. So it's been very exciting. And our whole mandate is to get kids creative, really expressing their creativity and working within that.
And it all starts right here. This is what you guys were doing with some preschoolers on Gabriola Island.
That's true.
You were doing this exact thing.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, Dinah and I started a musical preschool program on Gabriola. Wrote some silly songs for some of the instruments that we play, like the upright bass or the clarinet. And the parents and the kids were just saying, "We love this music." So that's when we decided to, I guess we'll make a recording. And then next thing you know, the Kerplunks were born. Hey guys.
And kids love this, and obviously grown-ups and kids at heart too. What other instruments can you make with home supplies?
Oh gosh, you can make all sorts of fun things with yogurt containers. You can stretch a balloon over top. That makes an incredible drum, doesn't it, Phil?
Sure does.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Any other ones? Yeah, there's all sorts of ideas you can get.
Anything you can do. I mean, you can use a blade of grass.
You can if you put it through your fingers.
Yeah, and you get some of the horn section in there.
Yeah, you can. You know, you can also take a toilet paper tube. This one's already sort of half done as a shaker, but you can put a little bit of wax paper over top, on one side, and then put an elastic band over top and go like that, and it turns into a kazoo.
Cool.
It is awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. Okay, I'm getting inspired to make instruments at home, and you can do it with clothing too. You know, Jocelyn, Matt, we hung out with a group of people at an event called Swap-A-Rama Rama, where they take clothing supplies and reuse it and recycle it. Here's Jocelyn. It really is easy to get into making homemade instruments with the Kerplunks, and suddenly I don't feel like I'm working, but there is a job to do. I'll get back to this later. The Kerplunks are playing at the Port Theatre on March the 15th, and here at the library where we are right now, there's this cool little flyer, and it's the Kerplunks Picks. So if you want to know what the Kerplunks are listening to or watching, let's see here. We have Tina, Soon Baboon Soon is one of her favorite books. We have Dinah, she likes Where the Wild Things Are, among others. Phil suggests James and the Rain for reading to your kids, and Aaron, Snug as a Bug. Yeah, so you can pick these up at the library, and it's great reading for your kids and probably yourself too. We're going to be back with more after a short break. I got to get back to my musical instrument here. Where did it go? Here we are. Okay. Dinah D is with the Kerplunks. I'm a huge fan. I follow all of your adventures on Facebook. You've had a busy year.
We have had a really busy year, getting to hang out with all these characters, touring all over. We went to Yellowknife, Haida Gwaii, all over the place. It's been a really wild year.
One picture that stands out is you guys sort of in an airplane and you're all taking a selfie. Word of the year for 2013.
Yeah.
An interesting story out of Salt Spring Island.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, we went to Salt Spring Island to play some schools, which was all organized and really fun. And we got to the show, everything was set up, all the stage was set, and all our gear was plugged in, like all this, we were amplified, and the power went out. But the students, yeah, it was actually really fun for us. The kids were like, ah! And they were all sitting in the gym, so we played acoustic for the first 2 songs or so, and then boom, the power came back on. So that was kind of nice because it was challenging. There was a teacher doing the flashlight for each of our faces, and it was hard for Aaron to see his fingers, and it was really fun. And then the power came on, and all the kids got to see what it's like to plug in the instruments, and you know, what's that like? So
it became a learning experience
for the
really kids. Good time. And as much as I love watching your adventures, every time I see you afar, well, I guess they're not going to be playing in Nanaimo this weekend if they're in Vancouver or wherever you are. What's the next year looking like?
Well, often the Kerplunks have a year away and then a year home. So this looks like our year home, yay! Excellent. So we'll definitely be playing the Port Theatre, thanks to the Port and Theatre one, and then we'll be playing the Islands Folk Festival in Duncan, and a whole bunch of other interest all up and down the island, from Victoria to Cumberland. We just got back from Port Hardy, so we've been playing the island quite a lot.
Now the season is just around the corner. We're talking from an audience's perspective, but you guys are for hire, and if people want to have you at their festival that they're organizing and all that kind of stuff, you're here.
So we're booking our whole season, so from May until end of October, somewhere in there. So we're booking right now,
Okay, and the next time we talk with the Kerplunks, we'll be talking about a new CD, but we'll be seeing them live and in person at the Port Theatre first on March the 15th. We're throwing things over now to another couple of Kerplunks fans, Todd Jones and Derek Johnstone, for an edition of Clock. I keep telling those guys that it's not about winning. Maybe I'll change my tune when I start winning. It's not about that. It's about entertaining and engaging you, the viewer, who watches Go Island. You can watch extended cuts of Clocked at Shaw TV Nanaimo. It's our YouTube channel. You can also catch the Kerplunks on YouTube. They have their own channel in that part of cyberspace, and they have 4 music videos on there, one of which is Walk On. You'll recognize a lot of locations from right here in downtown Nanaimo. They also have one of my favorites, Licorice Stick, and I could go on and on and on. The best thing to do is walk on down to the Port Theatre on Saturday, March the 15th for a 2 o'clock show, the Kerplunks Live. They'll have copies of their video, Get Creative there, as well as all 3 of their CDs. We love hanging out with these guys. Thanks for watching Go Island. We'll see you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's hair and aesthetics provided by Matteo Salon.